everybody, Miss J 1973, or Jan, my real name. Well, I'm going to do a video tonight. I've decided to make it tonight. Hopefully it works. I don't want to make it too long. It's just before 8 o'clock at night. My neighbor upstairs knew this arrived today. Actually, she had a package today too. So hers, they both got delivered around the same time. Don't know if it was from the same people, but anyways, it doesn't matter. The fact is, this arrived today on a Saturday. Very impressive. And it actually came from a place called Castaic, California. Castaic. I believe that's Castaic, and it's part of Los Angeles County. So this had some traveling to come to Guelph, Ontario, which is about 80 kilometers west driving from Toronto. So in southwestern Ontario. So that's quite a bit of traveling in only 11 days. So I'm going to say, is that impressive? Well, yeah, pretty well. So, but this is the Vigilante 2 early warning smoke and fire alarm model ES-7. Sorry about that. Now this is a 9-volt model, and it is a retail model. Nathaniel has one. He has the retail model, and Ben has one. He has a contractor's model. So, and there's slight differences in the units that Nathaniel's and mine are pretty well the same. Ben's is slightly different. Now, I had a hard time getting this cover off. This cover does not come off very easily. I mean, for me, it didn't. It took me over almost 20 minutes today just to get this off. And so that's what prevented me from actually doing an actual unboxing video. I was kind of looking forward to doing that. So I did put some pictures and a smaller video on Facebook earlier today. But anyways, but this is the, as I said, the Entronic. That's the company that makes it. And it is textured right here. And right here, I think, let me grab my my magnifying glass. And I can see there's the test button. Sorry about this. Hold on. Right there. I know it's hard to see, but it says Entronic. It's in raised lettering. And this cover is textured. Big, because here's my hand, which is small. And that's a test button, which also doubles as an LED. So it's pretty cool. Now, I don't know the date of this alarm. I'm going to say it's between 1976 and 1978. It's either from 76, 77, or 78. So, but here's the cover. I'm going to take it off. Oh, hold on. Wait, I want to do this so I can take it off and just show you. There it is. This is called the Target. And this here is not removable because right there, you can see it. Right there. Let me get my camera to focus. Let me see. Do not remove this target. I just looked with my magnifying glass. So, there you go. And I thought earlier that this might have been sign of some leakage, but apparently it's not. That is just the PC board. So, there's nothing wrong with it. It actually works despite being sealed in a box for about, well, I'm going to say between 49 and 47 years. So, but this target does not come off. So there you go. And this is a later model. There was an Entronic Z1000, which was either the hardwired or the, there was a 120 of 12.6 volt model. But those were earlier. This is later. So this is 9 volt. Because, as I said, there's a test button. Now, the difference between Nathaniel's and mine both have an Edwards horn. Right here, as you can see. Ben's had a Kobishi CLB 27. So that's the difference. And, as I said, the test button goes over the horn, not the sensor. And the writing is on the sensor instead of inside the cover. So there you go. And it takes America, or is that Americum 247. So, but anyways, hold on a minute. But there's the box that it came with. Now, anything you want to see, the box was slightly damaged right here on the bottom. And right there. Right there is where it was damaged. So I'll show you all four sides. Anything you want to see, just pause. I won't do any reading. That's the warranty. Battery operated, on guard, 24 hours a day. So, there's the alarm itself. The test button doubling as the LED. The back. This was actually covering it when it was in the, this is what was covering it. I don't know why, but that was covering it when the wrapping was on it. That's the 4 stages of fire, as Nathaniel calls the lies. So, there it is. Let me, so you can see it. And I said, anything you want to see, I can always go over. So I don't want to make this video too long. And, so, anyways, now, this is... Ooh, don't tell me that ripped a little. No, well, a little bit. Hold on, I think it was already ripped. Let me just, hold on. Again, I'm doing it one-handed. Okay. California State Marshal's Code thing. And that date on that is... Okay. All right, hold on. Let me see. If I can see... November 1st, 1977. So this alarm has to be roughly around then. That doesn't necessarily mean the date of the alarm from what I've been told. So, but I'll show you. This is the mounting hardware it came with. And there's the ever-ready battery. No signs of bulging or corrosion. I don't think there might be a little corrosion on here. On the terminals, but pretty good shape. So I'm going to keep that. This was also inside. It's a little test weekly. Push to test weekly. So I'll put that there. Now let me put my phone down. Because again, I'm doing this all left-handed. One-handed. Now I'll show you the manual. And again, anything you want to see, I can always go, just pause. Now, the manual is a bit stained, or a bit stained, you can see it. Flatten it out. Okay, hold on, everyone. And then here, it says January in the warranty. It says January 1st, 1977. So, and Ben says that could be 1976 or 1977. Again, it could be even 1978. I don't think any later than that. I'll try to flatten this out. I know it was kind of like this. Again, it's been in a box for, well, what we know, between 47 and 49 years. There's the other side. You can see where there's some staining there. And even inside the box, I'll show you. You might be able to see it. You can see the outline of the ring of the detector of the cover. So it's pretty interesting, and that was what was holding the detector in place. So it's pretty cool. So anyways, I'll get to the testing of the detector itself. Now what I'm going to do is I do have my smoke saber. Sorry about that, I'm a little nervous on camera. I do have smoke saber. And I don't know if you can see it. I saw it. I'm going to see if you can see it go off. Hold on. All right. There you go. That's the LED indicator indicating power to it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this down and you'll see it. You'll hear it and you'll see it. Okay, hold on. Okay, and that's a high pitch. That's pretty high pitched. Now I'm going to use smoke saber and do the same thing. And then I'm going to put the cover on. But what I'm going to do is I'm not going to tighten the cover because tighten it all the way because I had a very hard time getting this cover off. So hold on. Okay. That stayed on for quite a while. I almost thought I was going to have to disconnect the battery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the phone down for a bit, and I'm going to put the cover on. But as again, I'm not going to turn it all the way, just so you can see the LED going off. Again, this one has kind of an indicator where you can see the LED. Okay. All right.